Today I'm going to be cleaning out my car. If you want to follow along with this tutorial, you're going to need 3 things: a match, some lighter fluid, and an alibi. Come on. Just fair warning, there are going to be a lot of swears in this video. This garbage receptacle has a couple of features. It's got these pockets on the side. You know, it's got handles, which is handy. It's like pretty sturdy. Also, it has a magnetic field around it that prevents anyone besides me from using it. So its utility is somewhat limited by that. Here are some gummy bears under my seat. Let me tell you who was eating gummy bears in my car. Not fucking me. That's who. Like, a lot of times people will ask me, what are your tips for maintaining a clean car? It's very simple, super easy. It's like 3 steps. Don't get married, don't have children, and just basically deny yourself the pleasures of that family life, even if that's what you really want. And guaranteed your car will remain exactly as spotless as you want it to be. It's honestly that simple. Just, you know, don't do those things that you feel like will fulfill you and bring you joy in other ways, but then your car will just be. The like collection of things that a 3-year-old manages to have around their car seat is impressive. Well, she's got a phone hidden in there. My car is incredibly somehow full of carbohydrates, which is, like, let me tell you, I personally have not eaten bread in about 3 months, and I'm ready to fucking cut someone. And this car is like 95% pretzels and goldfish, and I just found a waffle in my car, a waffle. The number of goldfish crackers that I have pulled out of this car so far would feed an army of pilgrims on a hillside. No loaves necessary. Wild-caught goldfish, obviously. I've never feed my children farmed goldfish. Ugh. I mean, I guess technically it's a fair question to ask why I have the supplies to make puffy cloud paint in the back of my car. But like, a better question is, why don't you? Croissant. Just like 3/4 of a croissant. So for like the last month, I've thought that the nanny had my kids' raincoats in the back of her car, and it turns out that I was correct. I was just mispronouncing my own name. Every single cookie from our play kitchen, more or less, and an entire field of Duplo flowers. What's funny about those is I actually know where they came from. When we went out to lunch, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, and she had a purse with her, and she filled up the purse with a bunch of stuff. We were at the restaurant, and she gets out her purse and starts unpacking it onto the table, and seriously, it was like a Mary Poppins, like, things just kept coming and coming and coming, and she had just like filled up the whole table with all these toys. And then they never made it back inside the house, but the purse did, and now I know where they've been. Like, here's what I'll give her. They were in the car organizer. She used the technology appropriately. If anyone needs to park at last year's state fair in Alaska, I got you. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Maya, your children are so small. How is it possible that your car is so messed up? And the answer is quite simple. It's their father's fault somehow. So let's talk for a minute about the fact that we live in a country that has sent human beings to the moon, and where you can literally like wear your telephone on your wrist. I have multiple robots that live in tiny containers in my home and can tell me any information in the whole world. Basically, like, we've done science to the point of magic. But you still have to come up with quarters to use a vacuum cleaner at the gas station. And first of all, the value of 8 quarters is so far beyond $2, because how often are you actually walking around with change in your pockets in the year 2017, right? I know I'm not. The only way that I know that we have change in the house is that I am constantly pulling it out of the baby's mouth. Like, that $2 in quarters, when you add up the time that it took me to dredge them out of this car, which is where they mostly came from, is worth a lot more than $2. And if we had an outlet and an extension cord in the parking lot of our apartment building that would let me reach the car with my own vacuum cleaner, then that's what I would do, because that's how I've been vacuuming my car for years. But that's not my reality anymore. My reality is spending a year and a half to find $2 in quarters to use a gas station vacuum cleaner for 3 minutes. On the bright side, though, I no longer have road trip Gardettos in my floor mats. Ooh, look at that, shiny. Not even anything on the floor. Oof, I missed a spot. So this will have ended up being the only thing that I have accomplished today. Unless I eat lunch, then that's 2 things. They're all tucked away in their bag right now, but it's just a matter of time. They're sitting in there, planning, lying in wait. Someone's gonna be hungry. Someone's gonna need a goldfish cracker right now. And for every 3 of those little fuckers that I pass out, 117 are gonna end up in various states of crumble in every possible nook and crevice of this vehicle. I see you, little creepers. I'm watching you.